Hi, welcome to Ed Foodie. We're going to roast a turkey today. Happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully we'll be able to do this video real quick, and it's really not that difficult, just takes a lot of time. And parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. So here's our turkey. It's been thawed in the refrigerator 2 or 3 days. This is a 12-pound turkey. Patted dry. Insides taken out, the neck, the heart, the gizzard. And so now we're going to start seasoning the inside of the turkey. First, I've got one lime. I cut it in half. And I'm going to just squeeze the lemon in there and kind of rub it around the inside of the cavity so you get a nice coat. And then I'm going to go ahead and leave the lime in there. Then I've got the other half I've cut in half, and I'm just going to toss those in there. When you're doing this, please be careful because of all the salmonella and problems with turkey. You don't want to take your salt shaker and put it in there and handle it. So I put 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of pepper that I mixed in here. And we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to kind of rub it around in there. I've got 2 pretty good sized cloves of garlic. I've cut one in half. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna rub that garlic in there. And leave those in there. I got 1/2 of a pretty large onion. I'm probably not going to use all this because I need to have room for all my other stuff. We'll see if we have room for that. So here I have my Simon and Garfunkel spices, minus the parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. And rosemary is what we had for our Christmas tree last year. They sell these at the grocery store in the shape of a Christmas tree, and they smell very nice and piney. We're going to just shove so much stuff in here. Over here, I've got some celery tops and a couple of bay leaves.
Wow, it's a lot of stuff.
Oh,
Good smell.
rosemary really smells good, doesn't it?
I love that. I love that smell.
This side, the next side, I'm just gonna shove some onions up in there. Make sure it gets covered good. So to keep all this goodness in here, I'm going to take a wad of aluminum foil and kind of cover up the cavity hole.
Why you put this in?
Just to keep it from falling out, and just to keep it sealed in there. Keep it moist inside. So now on the outside of the turkey, you can use olive oil. I've got butter. It should be fairly soft. This is not real soft, so I may end up using oil on this. And you want to rub this all over the turkey. Make sure you get under the wings there. That'll help the skin turn a good golden brown. And by the way, right now I've got the oven preheated to 400 degrees. So now what we're going to do is salt and pepper the outside of the turkey very, very well. So also what I've got here is some poultry seasoning. I'm going to sprinkle some of that on the outside. This is basically all the herbs we put on the inside. It's got parsley, sage, rosemary, thyme. There's no salt in this. That's why I went ahead and salted the turkey also. And here I want to make sure I get it between the wings. My turkey came with these plastic ties around the legs, and it says it's okay to put in the oven. If you don't have that, you'd want to use some twine to tie those, keep those legs together. Now for the basting juices, I've got about 3/4 of a cup of chicken broth, a cup of wine, and about almost a stick of butter melted. And we're just going to pour this in the bottom here. And then we'll use that to baste the turkey, because what I'll do is every 30 minutes I'm going to take this out of the oven and baste it. Here we have it. We're going to stick it in the 400-degree oven. I've got the rack lowered. I'm going to keep the oven at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. I'll turn it oven down to 325 degrees and we'll cook that for 2 hours, and then we'll baste it every 30 minutes with those juices on the bottom. So see you in 20 minutes. Is it on? I forgot to put the meat thermometer. You want to stick it somewhere in the good where the breast meat is. It's been 20 minutes, so now we're going to turn the temperature down to 325, and we're going to do that for 2 hours. So what you want to be able to do now, because on Thanksgiving you got so many other things going on and they're all due at different times and all that, you want to make sure you have timers going and you know what the timers are for. A good thing to do if you have numerous phones in your family, like you can, instead of just timing for 30 minutes, you can actually set an alarm to go off like at 11:30 or 12 and say baste turkey. So you know exactly, okay, I got an alarm going off, what am I supposed to do with it? So I'm just going to set my timer for 30 minutes. So the first 30 minutes is up. Time to baste. So the turkey's been roasting for 2 hours, and I've been basting it every 30 minutes. And the recipe called for the last 30 minutes to turn the oven down. The temperature was at like 140, so if I turned it down, I didn't think it'd be at 160, so I just left it at 325 for the last half hour. So that would give it a total of 3 hours total cooking time. So now we'll pull the turkey out.
Ooh, juicy turkey.
And you can see temperature's right at 160 in the breast. So what we're going to do now is cover this, and it'll continue to cook while it's covered. And while the juices settle, I'll throw all the side dishes in the oven, and we'll have a Thanksgiving meal in about 30 minutes. That's perfect there. 170 for the dark meat, 160 for the white meat. Here we have the finished. So here we have, after roasting everything, it smells delicious. If you like this recipe, give me a thumbs up, a like, and please subscribe. Thank you, and happy Thanksgiving. We have a guest today for Thanksgiving, my youngest daughter.
Hey B, follow my channel. I'm gonna try my dad's turkey for the first time. It's so good. You guys need to subscribe to Ed Foodie. Like and comment below what you want to see next.
Thank you very much.